Same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Jackson from the shotgun. It is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one?
Yeah, they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
By number 12.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Harrison. They set up the screen to Chubb. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Harrison. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
48-yard line.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll get this to his running back, Benjamin. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
First down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, Ravens.
Now Jackson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Touchdown.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Browns, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
48 to Mike. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Off the play fake, Harrison. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel. little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Browns nothing.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He is good.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go as the season winds down and you look at them in totality. You know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Looking to throw on second down. Harrison. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Watch a slap, watch a slap, watch a slap.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at the Browns' 5-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Ravens 24, Browns nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing on first down. Harrison. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Harrison. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stanley. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
44-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
48.
Looking to throw. Harrison. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Harrison. Now they go screen. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Harrison. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34, past the 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
The kicker on.
That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
3-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens add on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38. Browns, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
1st down, Baltimore.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
You can fall or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him work, can't relate. Watch his dirt, after mud, after dirt,
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive
and the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And past the 40. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
The Ravens send their punter out now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 21-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's Chubb. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Samuels. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 8 yards out. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
For the extra point.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
On the carry.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And out across midfield down to the 45. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down now. Dobbins, and he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Baltimore.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Complete.
Miles Boykin. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
45. Browns 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Will Disley, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
They run. Chubb. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check 24. Check 24.
72. To throw on 3rd down. Samuels lets it go for Nelson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now Jackson on 1st down. Quick slant to Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5.
We got 4. Check 99. Check 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Harrison. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Back to throw. Harrison. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ready? Shoot! 19 Tiger!
To throw on 2nd down. Harrison. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 47. 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
58,
They'll run here with Dobbins. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
On the carry.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.